Soha, how did it come to this? Can you not see that you have become everything we fought against since we began this journey together?
Darn it, Queenie, snap out of it.
I can hear the thoughts of all on this world. They cry out for a savior. They have found solace in faith, in myths and in legends. But I am real. I can be seen, heard, loved, and feared. I can be this savior. Will you not remain my ally and join me?
It should show the animation of him putting him to sword, which is basically him right before they draw their weapons, basically. I can't do it. I can't raise my blade against a friend, even if you have become this.
I am relieved. There is no longer any need for conflict. I cast out my doubt completely, and with it, all limits. You have destroyed my prized Cormag, who was to be my right hand. But you, Lucian, the first to receive my blessing, shall serve as a fine replacement, and your wrath will be swift and complete.
Lucian, are you okay?
All is lost.
That which cannot be redeemed will be cleansed, hearts and minds. Too rebellious to ascend into my new age, but you will be with me forever, an honor not all will enjoy. Soha, what are you doing?
My love, I will now join you in the great beyond.
It all makes sense now. The end of evil, for all time. My blade will bring retribution. All who have caused suffering in this world. Is it really necessary, though? Like, she's basically vaporizing everybody she doesn't like, as it is right now. So, there's no... You going up to that person with a sword is gonna be a trillion times slower. Now, I think it would have been better if it had showed him as killing everybody. Then that would make more sense for him to be the angel of death, essentially. So like, instead of all the dots going over to her, could they go to Lucian instead, and then he glows or something? Really? We can say yes? No one should have this much power.
So be it. No force shall be allowed to stand against me. Not even you.
Okay, so I can actually get hurt. Alright, I'll need to watch out for that. In fact, she looks like she's about to move pretty soon. You know what? I'm gonna allow myself to use items. I was already planning on it, like ever since I did the Ezram Fortress thing. I was thinking, like, you know, I'm gonna lift that. I'm gonna use items whenever I need to, and I think it could help me right now. So I had always planned to be able to use items, I just never needed to after Ezram Fortress.
do this just so that give me a chance to heal up. This is why I've had him in the middle row. I can't remember. Do I already have Stay Resolute running? And I suppose I should have expected a second form. Though I didn't really expect as little clothing as that. Holy moly! If not us, then no one will stand up to this abomination. We must not succumb to fear or hesitation. Fight with all your might! Do I at least keep my benefits? Yeah, I do. Good. I assume it's like, okay, well, let's go and start with one of the claws. And then a cyclone now that he's got lightning on. But,
I'm waiting for her to use whatever ability she's about to do so I can heal it off. That didn't seem like it did a lot. But I don't think that was her ability, because she's still charging. I don't know what her ability is, but it's taken her a long time, so I am marginally concerned, but I won't know what it is, so I can't prepare for it until I've seen it in action. Well, she's staggered now. I was gonna wait until I really needed it staggered, but alright. Let's start busting that things out now. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with her movement on the action bar. Or was that just her counterattacking? I'm not sure. What, is she surrendering? Even as a giant crystal monster, her hair still looks nice. What the heck? Okay.
It is a shame that you all would not become a part of my new universe. It is of little consequence. I will simply reconstitute your bodies as I see fit. The end comes now.
I'm not sure if Ankle Shot's actually doing anything to her right now.
You've done it. I am sorry, my friends.
I saw in the action bar something appeared. I think one of the arms reappeared.
Where am I?
We are everywhere, and we are nowhere.
Just in my last moment of clarity, I felt a presence pulling me in. This was you?
You liberated my consciousness from that prison and destroyed the treacherous and profoundly evil Aetheria. I could not let you suffer annihilation as they have.
I see. My friends are safe then. But I let myself become terrible. The whole world will curse my name. What makes me any better than Aetheria and Cormac?
But that is the advantage of omniscience. I know what is really in your heart. I know the deeper implications of your actions and everything that transpired. You do have much to learn, young soul. For now, we must repair the damage. There is much work to do, much to make right. You may want to sit tight. This could take a few millennia. Normalcy is returning to the land.
Seems like even Prom Queen was twisted by whatever was in that shard. Though, seems like we're just left with guesses.
Okay, this is me controlling it. No longer me controlling it. It seemed kind of pointless, but alright. Like, for that control of minor scene. Unless you can lose. You can lose in Ultima, Exodus. I know that. At the end. The sky is lit up. Could they have done it? Peace. Returning the Sayonara riches? Fine. But reparations? You cannot expect the people of Rydia to tax themselves even further. The destruction of Ezram and Novus Kadal has to be worth, 15 or 20 million. Mark my words. I will be dismantling the Denari Conclave's assets bit by bit until that is paid for. Or we can do this diplomatically. There! I have signed it all. Good. Prefects.
Dear brother.
Quest complete. Countdown to 0. Actually, Lucian, you could just be prince now, or king, or whatever, because Aldor was your father, even if not by blood.
Thank you, Lucian. The Gondwana will always remember your generosity.
It really was Giovanni's doing, though. So, yeah, the Gondwana also brought it on themselves. You should have also just took care of Giovanni, instead of letting him get out of hand. And letting him play the court trial for no reason. I mean, like, there is so much I could say about that. Well, that went about as well as it could have.
Yep. Well done, Kimosabi.
Funny how So and I stood here about a year ago, prepared for a lasting peace. Until Cormac came along and shook things up. I can't even hear myself talk, that's how loud this music is. Odd how Cormac's actions may have set our salvation in motion.
Well, there's the whole wanting to rearrange the universe or whatever. Good thing we were around to stymie that effort.
I don't think that's how you spell it. There is a festival planned for this evening.
And you're feeling up to it? I mean, sure, there's a lot to celebrate, but...
There's much we don't yet know, Ingrid. But for now, we prevented the apocalypse, settled all the scores, and brought an end to war. For a good while, anyway.
I think we can do this. Come on, let's give them what they want.
So there are several moments in the game that give me some sort of a old Squaresoft vibe, such as the Ezem Fortress and the Barrack-Tor Rebellion battles, reminiscent of the ones in Final Fantasy 3/6. The pillars of light blasting down from the sky. It's a lot like when Kefka gains power. Or it's like a lot like the start of the second half of the game in that same video game. This is a lot like Chrono Trigger right here. Or at least that's the feeling it gives me. Like it's patterned with that as its template. So it might be intentional, it might be a reference, it might just be completely coincidental, it's just something that I am making the connection for. Alright, well, let's continue. Looks like the festival's already well underway. When ready, I'll gather up the crew so we can tie up some loose ends. All good things. Okay, escape does not bring anything up. Peace in our time! So that was clapping earlier, it wasn't the sea, I assume. So this is where the intro. Oh, that's interesting. You have this is an RPG gimmick where instead of making the player hold A to go up the stairs, so to make it easier on the coder sometimes to go diagonally up, they just make you trigger the whole thing. I don't know if that makes sense. Can't really talk to them or anything. Is this Skyborn too? No, I shall now die. Wait, what does this button do? How do I do things? Toby, show him what for and mean to be Super Barrack-Tor legend. Too much Midori. This is strong stuff. Hail, Lucien. This treaty is going to be huge for business. Just think of all the profits that can be made from cooperation between the great human nations. Barum, I'm pleased and surprised to see you here.
I am indeed despondent. But where else would I be? What else would I do? My queen's name is now tarnished and feared.
You cared for her greatly, huh? Well, how would anyone know it was Soha? I don't know, maybe she told everybody, I am now killing people. You cared for her greatly, huh? She loved her country. I hope you'll work with me to bring peace and stability to Siuna in the coming days. So I'd certainly want it this way. Of course. I will serve Siuna and rebuild in the new peace. Oh, hey there, Lucien. You know what? You're not so tough. I bet I could take you any day. I'm just playing. You're a good, swell fella. Yeah, I figured it would just repeat.
The Siuna here has challenged me to a duel of drink. Toby Red Silver Spoon does not submit to the smooth face. Many foolish names have already fallen to my prowess, as you can see. Hoo ha ha.
Who is that Siuna man over there? He looks so sullen. Perhaps he needs the comfort of a woman? Ah, yes, to lay eyes upon something of great beauty and to know that it cannot be yours. Ah, but at the very least, the heavens have granted us eyes with which to take it in. You Talls have the most foul-tasting food. How do you manage?
Isn't this Aldor's house right here? I don't know. Yeah, well, we'll start with her.
Hey, this ain't so bad, eh?
Could be worse.
Something was conspicuously absent from the peace negotiations. What of Emperor Lucien?
What? Come on. You know there's no precedent for that. I think that's misspelled. I'm thinking I'll be in charge of the Viridian military during the interim. Keep the order, oversee the process of succession, let the dust settle peacefully.
An emperor wouldn't have any free time anyway. Better this way. While you're here, go free and help me out with these fireworks. Careful, boy. These are the real deal.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk to him or Kesh first.
I don't think it should matter. But Eskandar did sacrifice. Eskandar did have a great loss. He lost his wife.
Ho there! Care to join me?
I'll stay on the ground, thanks.
As you wish. You are a lucky man, Lucian. Just as I lost my mate, you found yours.
Jeez, Esk.
No need to grouse. I'm wishing you good fortune in your new journey.
Thanks.
Do not weep for me, human. You smooth faces are a sentimental lot, always clinging to your past. Meritor lived for the present. My love died for her people, and I have honored her memory. So, my heart is at peace.
I wish I had your coping skills.
Master Kesh, these people are so intent on what you're saying. Just what are you scheming?
Who, me?
No, young one. No pranks this time. I am regaling them with a tale of my epic battle with the god Skenbu.
Is it really this interesting?
I may have embellished a bit.
Seems like we're the only ones left.
Indeed.
That was some celebration. It has been many years. It makes my heart heavy that we are not quite whole. It doesn't feel like the night should end. But I suppose you all have lives to live.
It has been a day I'll never forget, but this is what we fought for. This moment. The rest of our lives start here and now. Come. We best not keep the anger mind you waiting.
Echoes of Aetheria. Starring me as everyone. Tran as Kesh. Would you spare a bit of time for some tea, young one?
Of course. Oh, okay, I don't... Spacebar is no longer working here, so this is all automated. Have you thought about what's next for you, Master Kesh?
Since before you were a twinkle in your dad's eye, young one. My longevity is quite a mystery. It could be 10 years, maybe even another 50. Right now I'm sitting with a valued friend having some tea, this moment a gift. If tomorrow I am on my deathbed, I will have no regrets at least. I was allowed to use the gift of being alive. I just cannot accept what happened to Soha. I have lost a great many close ones. Rarely ones as young and extraordinary as her, but we must all live our lives and assure us that this was all worth it. Make this world worth saving. This text is going really fast. Walk this world with no regrets. Be pure of body and pure of soul, and read text as fast as you can.
Thank you for everything, Master Kesh.
Starring Tran as Eskandar.
My love, hear me. I am without purpose. Give me the strength to find my purpose.
Whatever happened to living here and now?
May your spirit forever watch over me until mine is released from this body to join yours in the great beyond.
Like, literally, I'm not hitting anything. I cannot possibly make this up to you, but I will try. Anything you and your people need, it will be done.
I'll miss you, big guy.
Ah, yes, human sentimentality. There, stick with it.
But are those tears I see?
Alright. You had best move along, my friends.
But the text might be slower, more normal if I had changed the message speed before getting to this point, but it's fine. I will keep up.
Starring Tran as Sohav Dargon. Lame. And I'll say why in a minute here.
My love? This is no trick. No, you're sent. It is...
It is me, Eskandar.
How? I should not question this blessing, but how?
I don't know, my love. A voice came to me in what felt like an eternal dream. The voice told me it was not my time, that a wrong must be righted.
Do you think?
No way. Well, maybe. Feels really good to think it so.
Ask Kirei, we'll be back around sometime. Hopefully to meet some kittens, eh?
Oh, Lucian, your lightning-like wit shines through again. How about a little trip down memory lane?
Starring Tran as Ingrid Svenskard. So basically, this is the place where we first met.
I remember it being a bit more run down. Seems like they've spruced it up. Great timing.
Remember my sad attempt to bully you?
Yeah, such a softie.
The best day of our childhood started then. That little one-day adventure meant so much.
Yep.
Ready for a new one?
What do you mean?
Follow me. Got a little surprise for you. Starring Tran as Lucian Iblis. It took some doing, but here she is.
Well, well, soldier boy, I'm impressed. Too bad she's nothing but a glorified hunk of junk now.
Don't speak too soon. That should do it. You smooth faces could fly this eyesore around the world and back again, thanks to Goldhammer, of course. Thanks, buddy. I owe you one. Indeed.
Hey there, Tobes. I guess this means you're resigning from my employ, huh?
Goldhammer's exquisite hand is always available to the blonde knave. For the right price, of course.
Of course. See you around, Tobester. Stay out of trouble, huh?
I wish you well, knaves.
Well, what are you waiting for, soldier boy? The world is our oyster. Let's move out.
That was kind of abrupt. You're controlling the timing of this. Dancing Dragon Staff. Alright, so I don't like it when games try to cash in on some emotional weight or dramatic devices by killing off a character and then cheapening it all out by bringing them back. It makes death a joke. It makes everything that has been brought up and felt in that time. Not that I felt anything personally, but you know, it's cheap. I find it to be very cheap. I guess I know that the people want a happy ending, but if this is how it's going to be, then don't go with the Kirei died scene at all. It almost contributed nothing to the game. Anyways, I think it would have been better if it wasn't in there, but that's just my thoughts having played the game. I definitely do not like that kind of thing. Also, is Lucian's dad still around now or what? I'm guessing not, because he was killed by Cormag and not Soha, not the crystals directly, whereas Kirei was blasted by the crystal's energy. I don't know. To be fair, Soha did absorb Cormag, so I don't know, because it wasn't Soha's first crystal or blood crystal that obliterated Kirei. It was Giovanni's crystal, the one of Gondwana. I don't know. We'll just assume that Aldor is also resurrected. So that makes the question: would Soha then resurrect Alexei and Sigmund and so forth? I doubt it. And of course, I don't know if anything has been considered for those factors. That being said, I wouldn't really mind if there was a single being with that much power, because most fantasy worlds do have a god, you know, and they generally don't go around obliterating people on a whim. Just don't feel like it. Most RPG settings wouldn't work that way. Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins Echoes of Aetheria. I'll see you in the next series.